Last week, I tried intermittent fasting, but honestly, I failed. This week, I'm gonna try again, but I'm actually gonna try to do something harder. What is up, you guys? Welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you are returning. My name is Shy, and I'm on an ongoing journey to become the best version of myself that I could possibly be. I have been doing these little challenges for several months now. I started out with doing the Couch to 5K program early last year, and then I did an 80-day vegan challenge where I lost 40 pounds, and unfortunately now I have gained most of that back. Right now, I'm doing a 5-day fitness challenge where I am trying new diets and workouts every week. And last week, I was trying intermittent fasting. Now, for those of you who don't know what intermittent fasting is, it is a program where you can essentially eat what you want to, whatever diet you prefer to, but you eat it within a fasting window that works best for you and your schedule. So some people do 16-8, which is what I was trying to do, where you fast for 16 hours and then you eat within an 8-hour window. Other people do 18-6, some people do 24, and others do OMAD, which is where you just eat one large meal per day. And so I was trying to do 16-8, where I fasted for 16 hours and ate within an 8-hour window. So let's talk about what went wrong. What went wrong is I went into this without any plan or structure. Like, I didn't give myself the eating window. I just said, okay, we'll kind of figure out whatever eating window works best for me, and I just went into it like that. And so I think I was pretty much starting off with noon until 8 o'clock, but then there were some days that I had to work last week. And for those of you that have been following me for a while, you know I work very early in the morning when I am back here in the States. So very early, like 2 a.m. I would be up really early for work. And because I was up really early, I was hungry earlier. And so it felt like I was trying harder than I needed to get to noon, even though I had been up for like 10 hours ahead of time, if that makes sense. So I really needed to do a better job at figuring out the window. Now, I will say most of the time I did stick to that eating window, but then there were a couple times where I was like, I'm just so hungry. Like, I just want to eat. And I've been up all day. I'm tired. I just need something to give me a little boost. And then I broke that. And yeah, I don't want to do that. So going into this week, I am trying again, and I've actually come in with a plan. So let me tell you guys what my plan is. So first of all, I am going to try and do 18-6 rather than 16-8. So I'll actually be fasting longer than I was expected to fast last week, and my eating window will be shorter. And I know that doesn't make a lot of sense right now to those of you who are following me, because you're like, if you weren't able to do it last week, what makes you think you can do it this week? But I am back at work with my normal schedule. So last week I was on spring break and my schedule was kind of all over the place. I had a class here, class there, more like tutoring rather than my normal teaching, whatever. And so now that I'm back to my normal schedule, I'm actually able to plan this better, where I can have consistent eating windows and it works with my schedule, like my work and sleep schedule. And so my eating windows will be from 11:30 to 5:30, because most mornings I will be up by 1 o'clock in the morning. And so I want to make sure that I'm done eating in time to go to bed by around 8:30, maybe 9 o'clock. And not have a full stomach of food, if that makes sense. Also, eating early enough in the day where I'm not super hungry. So the difference between this time and last time is that I will be working almost up until that window. So a lot of days I start at around 2 a.m. and then I finish around 10 a.m. It's not hard to fast for an additional hour, hour and a half. But if you start at 2 a.m. and you end at 4 a.m., it's hard to fast that amount of time and just be up, if that makes sense, especially when you have a toddler. So that's one difference that I am making. The other thing I think that was a huge mistake for me last week was that I really wanted to get back to my consistent workout plan. So I have been going through some stuff right now, and before I was going through that stuff, I was working out pretty regularly. I was going to the gym 6 days a week. I was walking every day. I was just really active. And just like life would have it, sometimes when things happen, you just kind of put everything to the side. And I just stopped everything. And part of that is why I've been gaining so much weight so quickly, is because I'm not checking what I'm eating. I'm eating whatever I want. And then I'm not balancing that out by working out at all. So it's just two bad things. So I was hoping that last week I would have been able to get back to my, workout routine. I wanted to start back doing the Couch to 5K program, and I wanted to start training for High Rocks because, as I mentioned in my last video, I'm hoping to do High Rocks in California in December. Well, I did none of it. I did none of it. I was active almost every day. I rode my bike with my sons. I went for walks every day. I did jump rope. I was active, and that's great, but it wasn't what I wanted to do. And so this week, now that I'm back to my normal structure, I'm hoping to actually commit to Couch to 5K, High Rocks workouts, going back to the gym. Honestly, listen, after Resurrection Sunday, you guys, I made dinner and I did really good at keeping my appetite off. And then I had dinner and I had dessert, and yeah, I just got to get out of that. I have to get out of that. I've been scared to weigh myself. So we're just going to say I'm probably back up to 231. It's not good, but it's me being real with you guys. So my goals for this week. My goals for this week are, 1, to stick to my eating windows. That's the only way this experiment is going to work. That's the only way this challenge is actually going to work, is if I stick to it. I can't say whether intermittent fasting works or doesn't work if I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So that's one. I'm going to stick to my eating window, 11:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. every day for 5 days. Okay. Also, I need to do a better job at sticking to a ketogenic diet. So I think the start of last week, I did really well. And then towards the end, I started to fall off a little bit. You can have a potato on keto, but that's it, because a potato is 26 grams of carbs. And if you're trying to stay very low calorie, you want to stay under 30 grams of carbs. And so I've been having a potato a day. I love potatoes. If you know me, you know. And I've been having a potato a day, but I do think that after a while, everything is starting to add up, and it's actually taking me over that keto diet limit. So keto diet is 50 grams, very low carb is 30 grams. And I think I'm actually going over all of that. So one thing that I did is I have put a few different recipes, especially my breakfasts, into MyFitnessPal. It's actually really simple to do. You just go into MyFitnessPal, you go into your settings, I believe, on your profile, and add recipes. And when you're adding the recipes, you could just type in the ingredients. I did it for a serving of 1. And yeah, that way I know exactly how many carbs and stuff I'm getting. And then for dinner and lunches, I think I'm just gonna do like baked chicken, baked fish. So that's goal number 2, is to stay on a keto diet, because I think these carbs are really what's not good for me. And I think that's pretty much it. So this week I'm doing intermittent fasting. I'm doing 18 hours of fasting and 6-hour eating window. And yeah, if you guys want to keep up with how I'm doing, you should check out my shorts. That's where I document all of my food and workouts every single day. Every single day I put a video out on shorts. And then of course, if you want to see what the update is looking like, you'll have to check out my video next Monday over here. And oh, I actually think I'm going to change the day. I think I'm going to start putting the videos out on Sunday. I'm hoping to put the videos out on Sunday, so I'm going to change the day. But yes, keep an eye out for a video either on Sunday or Monday with an update to see how intermittent fasting went for me. And of course, if you would like to join me in this challenge, please drop a comment and say, I'm in. Let's motivate each other. We can do this. We can do this. Whatever path you're taking to losing weight or bettering yourself, I want to hear about it. Let me know. I'll motivate you so you can motivate me too. All right, you guys, that's all I have for you this time. I'll see you guys next time. Bye, you guys.